Hey, stranger.
What did you? Alabama suck. They offered me the coaching job. Yeah, like 2 seasons ago though. When Cat was on his little back-to-back run.
Who that Cat 79?
Nah, that was me saying I'm lying. Oh, his game cut off. Bray boy. Yeah, Bob.
Calling me for what you?
Look at bro on that 40, bro. Look where he jumping from, bro. Look at the little line right there, bro. That's like right after the free throw, bro. Look at this shit. Look at his feet. Right there at that one little peak line. And look at this nigga glide. Come on. At 40, bro. He still glide way from back there. Take all from back there.
Mm, yeah.
With the opening kickoff.
Yo.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the
Yeah.
kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys...
It's a fumble! And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Hey, bro, this freshman 5-star middle linebacker I got is baller. He don't make the 5 rookie All-Americans on this.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay
He don't make the
will
freshman
overturn the
All-Americans
call.
on this.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Illinois runs
Your
the
game
ball
cut
here
off,
on
you
the
had to
field.
restart.
They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. So Oregon's offense will have its first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never
They
touched
2
the
and
ground,
5, bro.
David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down.
Oh, he's going to go up top.
Vantage tape.
Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so
Damn, did I just score?
They put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from it, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
That's a breathing a sigh
Rush
of
was
relief
that.
for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
The give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman. But just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him. He's had an unbelievable season.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Silver. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team in the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent. So that's the job of this coaching staff.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. Great place to offense. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's locked. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Ducks have moved it inside the 20. Off-play action on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Quick step and go. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. What a first quarter for this offense. A chance to score again on first and goal. Touchdown Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the
I'm
country.
up 21 though. Are you watching my live? I forgot.
And they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They're shooting well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot.
Oh, he's got some space.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They'll try to run for it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy
It's
come
been
on the
3
punt.
years since they tried to give me a job. I bet you that Alabama job gonna be open again.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. On the move at the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun. Give on the inside. Breaks into the open. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And the Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in
This crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Makes guys miss. That's what he does as he's out to the 20.
Defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quickly complete. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They're going back to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get...
Breaks away in the middle. Touchdown Ducks! And
You see that run? Yeah.
Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a
Big
big
baby.
You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Hit that boy the shoulder. Ugh. Get off. Yeah, that boy the shoulder.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember,
all black
this is a
unis with the
program
white
that
booty
went 13-0
helmet.
en route to a national title back in 1998. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on his way. Turning it on. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Direct snap. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Power ahead. He's stopped, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3. The Ducks backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
He's got 99 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. First down. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up. He might want another play. Back to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games.
Right back in.
What a way to set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Trying the left side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Field goal is good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
18. Right with 9:23. Hey, Cat, I might motherfucking. I ain't gonna score.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive.
I said I ain't gonna score
They'll
100.
try the middle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Yeah.
First
Might
half
score
in
like
the books.
8.
Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Already got.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another
Depends
2
on how they
quarters
play,
there in
so.
Eugene. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
He was looking for more
But
running room, but none to be
the
found
offensive
as he
coordinator
stopped
keep
at the
calling
23.
one formation, bro.
They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I swear to you, bro, every time I go coaching suggestions, he calls it one formation. Twins left. Double tight.
Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward,
Fuck
get
it, we
that good
gonna run the
game,
ball.
stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
Quickly to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where...
There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football, and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the change for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
The screen game for this offense, man, it's a feel thing, like when to call it and when you can anticipate somebody being aggressive, and they pick the right time, man. They hit the defense, 3rd down, big play, slip it right behind the linebackers, make the play, and get the 1st down.
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Defense in press coverage. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Savage. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. Gashes him in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And wings it incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And and he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Oh,
he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown!
Bagged his ass.
And they take it in.
Check the pump fake out.
This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon his trigger man. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Give to the running back. Into the pile, maybe got 1. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Slithers into space. And he's wrestled to the ground. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Lights off the defender. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was...
Breaks into the open. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Damn, Cat, I didn't know they knocked you out of number 2. I didn't know they knocked you out of number 2. You number 3 now.
In the final period, here on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead.
Well, the defense
Yeah, I was going to say last week he was number 4.
Right now is because of this dude toting the rock. And David, it just seems like he's been getting better as the game's gone on.
Yeah, and the defense all night, no answers. I mean, he's shown you a little bit of everything, whether it's inside, whether it's outside, whether it's outrunning people or breaking tackles. This guy's been a game wrecker.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback.
Who was that you lost to in the playoffs? Was it Michigan?
No answer for him.
And I know
Yeah,
you
they
can play
humble.
these late-game situations
Big
differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the
I
football,
blew them
you
the fuck out.
preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
No, I played him.
Mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge
And I
lead.
blew him
Obviously,
out.
you're gonna run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Ducks are on the move. They'll leave it with him. Oh, what a move. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And the Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Floats it out in space. Looking for the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play at 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter,
picked off, a turnover in their own end. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams.
So we jumped, both just ran pick 6.
They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Plucks it out of the air. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Montgomery.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's got it. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping.
Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They want that clock to run. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the gun, running back on the move. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They weren't able to move them an inch on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Got it near midfield. And the returner goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game.
There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a run.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
A full dive to haul that one in. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. The give on the option. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody